Welcome to our Ukulele to Pros lesson. I'm Terry Carter. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on Annie's song. So let me play a little bit for you, and then we'll check it out. Here we go. Here's your verse. We'll stop it right there. That's half the song, but we'll get to the whole thing here in a little bit. So thank you for being here. I'm excited. This is our live lesson. No edits, so what you see is what you get. And this is a great song for ukulele. It's by John Denver, and it's got some cool chords in it. It's also going to be in 3/4 time, so we're going to be counting in 3/4 time, which will be new to some of you. And it's got some great lyrics to go along with this. So, but today's really a tutorial more on the actual song itself, and I'll give you a few pointers on how to sing. So, our lessons here, they always tend to jump around. We do some songs, we do some music reading, we do some blues, we do a bunch of different things. So if you're looking for a little bit more step-by-step curriculum, especially if you're a beginner, intermediate player, I got a great membership site which you can check out at ukulele-to-pros.com. Sign up for a free month. There's over 120 lessons there with downloadable sheet music and backing track, and 100% guaranteed. I know you're going to enjoy it because I've put my heart and soul into these lessons. All right, but let's get to the task at hand. Let me show you our song first. So I'm going to bring this up, and what I want to do here is I want to show you the actual form of the song. Okay, so here it is on the screen, which I've been having some good feedback saying you like this kind of flip screen so you can still see me and the music. Now, if you haven't downloaded the music yet, I'm just going to throw that up there for you. And I'm actually going to put the one up that actually has the chord changes as well. So here we go. So check that out. Take a picture of it. If you haven't grabbed this, this is all posted on the Ukulele to Pros Masterclass, and you can download this for free. All right, so there's a song with the chords, but we're going to play it like this without the chords so you can learn these kind of lead sheets like this and not always have to chord diagrams for us. Okay, so let me come back to the fold here. All right, voila. Okay, so this is what we're actually playing today. Exciting. Let's go through the chords here. And let me get myself back up there. Boom. And our first chord here is D. I'm going to simplify the intro as what we did on another lesson. We're just going to do 2 chords for the intro. D and D sus4. And that's it. That would be our intro. You'll also see this in other parts of the song as well. So the D chord here, all I'm doing is I'm barring strings 4 and 3 at the 2nd fret. And I do that with my first finger. A little awkward, but that's the way I do it. 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and open 1st string. So there's the D chord. Now before we jump to the other chords, let's do the rhythm. I'm going to use my first finger here to strum, and we're in 3/4 time. So we're going to go down on beat 1, down up on beat 2, and then down up on beat 3. So it's going to go down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. And if you were going to count that, it was going to be 1, 2, and 3, and. That's one measure. Again, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. Now in this song, every chord gets one measure. One measure long for every chord, except for right at the end of the first ending, there's an A chord that gets 4 measures, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So it makes it nice because you know once you do that strum pattern, you're going to switch chords. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that will help you for this song. Chord 2 is our D sus4 chord. And these are the only 2 chords for the intro. So we're going to do the D chord for measure and then the D sus4. And the way I'm doing the D sus4 is I'm still holding my D chord. I'm not changing that. I'm just going to add my 3rd finger to the 2nd string 3rd fret. I'm just going to put it down and that's it. Take it off. That's our D chord. Put it down. That's our D sus4 chord. Notice the sound of it. And then regular D, D sus4, and regular D. Okay, so that's going to be our intro. D, D sus4, D, D sus4. Okay, so let me throw this up now. Okay, so we're going to do this, we're going to do that, take that away, and we're going to do this. All right, so we're looking at, where are we here? Top line, intro, D, D sus4. We're going to do that a total of 4 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So D, D sus4, D, D sus4. Now repeat it again. One more time. Then we start not only the verse for the chorus, but also this is where the lyrics would come in. All right, so let's look at that now for a second. Let me come back here and let's look at the next chord here, which is our G chord. This is it's just simple cowboy G, open 4th string, 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and my 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. So there's your G chord. As I mentioned earlier, it gets 1 measure, so G, ready, and next chord, it goes to an A chord. Voila, magic. All right. It also gets a measure, and so the way I'm doing the A chord is my 2nd finger now is on the 4th string, 2nd fret. My 1st finger is on the 3rd string, 1st fret, and then open 2nd, open 3rd, 1 measure there, 3, 4, A. Now the 3rd chord is our first bar chord that we're going to see in this song, and it's the B minor chord. And it's going to be a little tough if you're new to bar chords. And so what I do for the bar chord is I take my 1st finger here in my left hand and I bar it on strings 1, 2, 3, and 4, so all 4 strings. And I'm right at the 2nd fret. Notice how my finger is not off to the side, but it's actually parallel here to the fret. And I'm right up next to it. And then my 3rd finger here is on the 4th string, 4th fret. Now keep in mind when you're looking at this, how do I do this? Right there, notice how it says 2, right? That's your 2nd fret. So that means instead of playing it here, you're going to actually play that on the 2nd fret, 1, 2. So there's your 3rd chord, and it still gets 1 measure, so B minor, ready, and then it goes back to the G chord for 1 measure. So let's try that, the first 4 bars of this verse, okay? Sorry, I shouldn't be looking down. I need to concentrate on doing that. All right, so we're looking at right where it says verse on our chart, G, A, B minor, and G again. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So now if that's too hard for you, as far as doing the chords and the rhythm, just simplify it. Just do 1 strum per measure. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then as you get better at it, start adding the rhythm. Okay, let's move on. So the next, after we go to the G chord, is we have our, what do you notice? Back to our D chord again. So nothing new there, just our simple D, and it gets 1 measure, 3 and 1. Now we have a new chord here. It's really just an F sharp minor chord, and that's a lot of times on ukulele you would just see it as an F sharp minor. But to properly call this chord by its name, it's actually F sharp minor / C sharp. And all that means is that in the bass note, which is the lowest note, is a C sharp, and that's the 4th string, 6th fret. Now I do have a low G on my ukulele, so mine's going to sound a little bassier. But that's why this chord is called F sharp minor / C sharp. The way I'm fingering, I'm going to start on the 1st string here. 1st finger, 1st string, 4th fret. 2nd finger, 2nd string, 5th fret. Now I'm going to switch, go to my pinky here on the 3rd string, 6th fret, and then my 3rd finger above it on the 4th string, 6th fret. F sharp minor, that gets 1 measure, 3, and... Next chord goes back to the B minor. We know that one already. A full measure. Then the next chord goes back to the A. We know that one. All right, so let's try those 4 bars. So it was D, F sharp minor / C sharp, B minor, and A. Let's try it here. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're looking at the 2nd line of the verse. 1, 2, 3. So D. Now, the great thing about this song is you're done with chords. There's no new chords here. They're just a different order of the chords that we already play. So we move on and we go back to the G here. Back to the F sharp minor / C sharp. I lied. There is one more chord. But we've already played this shape, so it's no problem. Notice then we go to an E minor chord. That's right before what we call the 1st ending. So let me throw that one up for you. So the E minor is actually the same as the F sharp minor / C sharp. It's just E minor. Technically, this should be called an E minor / B. That's technically how it should be. But we know it on ukulele as E minor. That's just the way we know it. And it's exactly the same fingering as the F sharp chord, which is 1st finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. I'm sorry, yeah, 2nd fret. 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Pinky on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and 3rd finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. E minor, that gets 1 measure. Then we go back to our G chord again. And then we go to our A chord, and this is the only time we have a chord that's more than 1 measure. We play this A chord for a total of 4 times. And if you look at the 1st ending, it says G, and then it says A 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. That's our 1st ending. Then you'll see a repeat sign, and that goes back to the verse. Not the intro, but to the verse again. So let's play the verse with the 1st ending. So we're going to be playing the verse, line 1, 2, and line 3. Okay, here we go. Starts on a G. 1, 2, 3, and... Now here's your 2nd line. G, 3rd line, 1st ending G, now A 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Then we have a repeat sign that goes back to the verse again. So let's do that. G, A, B minor, now D, F sharp minor, B minor, A, sharp minor, E minor. And this is where on the chart, that first ending that says G and A, scratch that because it's the second time now, and we jump to the second ending, which is right here, the last line. That's the second ending. So first time you play the first ending. After the repeat, the second time you play the second ending. That's how that works. And the second ending just goes A, and then it goes to D. D sus4, D, D sus4. Similar to the intro. And then notice on the chart it says to the verse. And you're going to go back to the verse and do the whole thing again. So let's try this now. The verse with the second ending this time. So here we go. Back to G. 1, 2, 3. Now here's your third line or second line of the verse. Now G, F sharp minor, E minor. Now second ending is A. Now D, D sus4, D, D sus4. Then you repeat back to the verse again, or if you're done with the song, you're just going to play a D chord to end it. All right, let me come back on the screen for a second. Now I want to try this with the backing track. And I don't want to sing it yet because I want to help you through this chart just in case you get lost. Because as I mentioned earlier, the 3/4 time is new. The strum pattern may be new. And some of these chords may also be new as well. But I'll help you with the lyrics. But let's go ahead now and just play, though, with the backing track through everything we see. Except we're just going to do intro, verse, and then verse again. So 2 times of the verse. But that includes the first and second ending twice. And that's it. Okay, so not 3 times, but 2 times. So here we go. Let me bring this up. All right, and here's our backing track. Oh, let me go this. There we go. Here we go, from the top. 1, 2, 3. Now repeat. Now here's your verse. This is G. Second line of the verse. Third line of the verse. Now here's your first ending. A. Now repeat to the verse. Now here's your second ending. D. D sus4. Maybe this rhythm's too hard for you, so right here, verse. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. First ending, A. Now back to the verse, I'm gonna strum. Second ending. We're going to end it right here. So notice we went through the whole verse only 2 times that time. Now that's fast, I know that. But that's the tempo of the original song. So I want to push you on these. That's why I said to simplify the strum pattern. If you just have to do 1 strum per chord, that's fine. Just do that. If you have to do... If you can play what I'm playing, that's what I really want, but that might take some time to develop. All right, as I mentioned, we are live, so let me check to see if we have any comments today and see who's with us. I normally do this a little earlier, but I've been so involved in our lesson today that I forgot to check in, so I'd like to see who's here with us. All right, I see Chris is here, and Peter and Jean, all the way from Cape Cod. So thank you for being here, and thank you for making a comment. I always enjoy seeing everybody here. So this is your Annie song by John Denver. And our task here is to really get down just this chord progression, because it is a little difficult and a little tough, but it's very cool and it's a great song. So what I want to do before we leave here is I want to do the whole thing one more time with the backing track and just see how you do pushing yourself. So I'll put this back up on the screen. All right, there we go. And here we go. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now repeat. Now here's your verse. First ending. Back to the verse. Second ending. Now here's your D. Back to the verse. First ending. Repeat, verse. So there you go. There's the form of any song. Hope you enjoyed it. It was great having you here with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support and spreading the word about Ukulele Pros. We'll see you next time.